happen indeed. But he's looking really good with the arcane. But again, Maple can be so suffocating when it comes to the different matchups that are going to be available to you in the game. And now the next match is actually going to be Dragonite versus Benel. So Fleet versus Kragg. So two completely new characters, and we're going to go to Juiceville for the first game.
We got Seelder. Yeah, we got Seelder, the Fleet player. Originally, actually, we're hearing that top 50 in Rivals 1. So I mean that's already like a little scary going into it. But top 50 player playing Fleet, who does that remind me of? No, but anyways, speaking of ranked players, we got Ben L stepping up. Actually, one of the more prominent threats for these betas is stepping up on the Kragg, and we're seeing some pretty good placements. Of course, we got at the last, actually yesterday we had 5th at Roachfall September. Of course, we got 17th at Riptide, so it's definitely a very prominent player. I'm excited to see how these two scrap it out, but already on Julesville, how are you feeling about this stage pick?
Well, it's going to be super interesting, especially when dealing with the projectile games that Fleet is going to actually bring out every single time. Now, important is going to be for Kragg to actually get the opportunities to move all around those platforms, right? And try to bait out any type of movements, and goes for the ledge hogs, as we saw right now. So the first stock actually going in after Fleet was doing a really good job of racking up that damage.
Going for a crazy stock at the top of the stage. Seelder still putting on the aggression. Oh, what is going on up there? Trying to catch Kragg with these high recoveries, and so I admire the aggression, but regardless, if you overextend just a little bit, there's one thing we know about Kragg. This character has a punish game like no other. But speaking of punish game, a beautiful side special into the up air. Take that first stock from Seelder.
Actually going, oh my god, down throw into the down air. Continuing the advantage state on the Kragg. Once the Kragg gets going, there's pretty much no stopping. It feels like a freight train. And now actually going in with another back air that time, trying to close him out, using the fair to actually get rid of the pillar, and the upper is just gonna seal it. This is super interesting as well.
Oh my god, no, put him down. Put him down. He's just a boy. He's just a fox. Oh my god, the Kragg. No way. What was that? What did he hit him with? Was that four? No, that wasn't four.
That was down. What? That was down special.
Down what?
Yeah, if you actually hit down special on the ground instead of actually going for the pillars on the ground, you actually go for a spike.
That's crazy BM, because I've never seen someone hit that move. I've definitely seen it, but I've never seen someone hit that move in the air. That's hilarious. What an absolute domination game 1 from Ben L. I mean, that was a little gross, especially on her home turf. I think I was a little uncalled for, personally, Ben L. I think that was a little unfair. But you know what? More power to you.
Yeah, Ben L looking crazy. After a rough start, especially since you do know Kragg is a heavy, actually going for a lot of damage that time, but we're seeing the boulders trying to hit as much as possible, actually going for a lot more BM with the fully charged forward strong. Not quite going to be able to do enough. The grab is not going to go well for them, but the drop kick onto that forward air gonna be able to actually maintain them on the right side. And now Fleet trying to get some stuff going, but the Fairs are still putting up that same pressure. The grab is gonna fail that time, and now back to what seems to be a little bit of neutral. Let's see if Fleet can get some offense in now.
Bro, he is the Earth hero, but he is putting up more than walls right now. The pillars coming out, the rock tosses, the forward airs, keeping this Fleet at bay. Of course, Fleet can do a lot, using the float to kind of stay in the air and keep this Kragg at bay. The fact that, you want to play in the air so long, Kragg has some very potent aerials where, if you mess around just a little bit, you are getting absolutely torn up, especially considering how light Fleet is. Yo, where are we going? Get me out of here. It's so scary, dude.
And actually going for the down special and putting up that shield pressure, forcing Fleet to jump away. So down special onto the platform actually makes sure that the different pillars on top actually go into the main level, using that jump now, and multiple boulder tosses around as well. It's so difficult for Fleet to even move around, getting absolutely blasted by every single fair that Kragg is going to bring at their disposal.
Oh my lord, no, relax. Time and time again, Seelder's trying to make it back to stage by using the float to get back, but that pillar setup, that's, oh my god, wow. Trying to get around the pillar, but with the float, if you burn an aerial with the float, you don't have the strength to get it back. It's just very tough for Seelder to get around this a lot. And I mean, Ben L looking like he has no plans on stopping so far. This is crazy.
A lot of the aerial movement for Fleet is actually getting very mitigated by Kragg's offense on the air, like you mentioned beforehand, Momo. There's somebody do not want to fight neither on the ground nor in the air. It's going to be Kragg. So what tools can Fleet actually get, especially at a distance, that can bring them to that opportunity? Now that we're seeing defensive options coming out by the Kragg, finally a KO, exactly what Fleet needs to actually get some momentum going. But the drop kicks are doing the work, and when there's no drop kicks, we do see that forward strong.
I feel like if there's one thing you got to keep in mind if you're Fleet to bring this game back, use a little bit of that geometry, you know, like mixing up those angles on Kragg, so using the angle of your up special, using the side specials right there, you know, keeping him at bay. And, you know, with punishing this character a lot, you know, he can be very laggy for throwing out a lot of his Kragg shenanigans. Just like that. I was just going to mention that, where if Kragg gets a little too overconfident and sits on that pillar for too long, like he's been the entire match, break that pillar, and he's caught at 24%. And Seelder's still in this game.
Yeah, especially if you get another edge guard situation like the one that we just saw. Momo up tilt is not going to hit that time. Now Fleet actually looking a lot more confident in Air Armada. Another stage where they can get a lot comfortable. This is an air versus earth type scenario, and they're going to be hitting. And now actually looking for the edge guard situation one more time, getting hit 98%. All of a sudden, this could be a comeback by Fleet. Can we get that game 3? This is looking pretty interesting, Momo.
Reverse back air coming out, looking for an edge guard here. The side spell coming out, and the down air, and no pillar! And through the fire and the flames, the thick and thin. 3 stock reversal. Seelder is still in this set. Wow. That's just, to keep it in mind, that's a lesson to all Kragg players out there. You get overconfident on pillar, you're standing on it, that pillar gets broken, stock is gone. That it all went downhill after that. You know, Ben L's feeling himself, going to the platform like, oh, I'm just going to forward air you. I'm just doing it again and again. It's fine. You know, I'm chilling. But man, if you overextend, if you sit out on the platform too long, Fleet does have the float. And she can just break that, she can break the pillar and then make it back. So you have to respect this character. You have to relax a little bit.
A lot more rock walls and a lot more rock pillars going on this side. Now, Kragg actually going for the home turf special. Get up. Going to be used, but just clanking the shield that time. And now Fleet actually going for aerial offense that time. The multi-hits are going to do a lot of damage to Kragg, especially when they start missing those aerial mobilities. And Fleet can actually rack up some even more damage to it. Actually moving into the distance that time.
I feel like last game was a big mental boost to Seelder and a big mental blow to Ben L. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute, this guy, his Fleet is kind of nice. I definitely have to put more respect on this Fleet going to the next game. And Seelder expecting, like, yo, honestly, like, I'm definitely still in this game. I have the aggression to get back into this. Of course, the Kragg can absolutely explode my stock, but I have the movement to keep the mix-ups regardless. There we go. Big damage to the up tilts and the forward airs again. Ben L looking to get rid of that stock, but I'm loving the flow from the top of the stage. And only actually approaching and fighting the combo when you get a hit confirm and not overextending. That is a big thing when you're playing Fleet, considering her low weight. You can't overextend too much.
You can actually keep them at a distance one more time. The floats are going to come in and just hitting them to the side. The rock wall lateral KOs are going to be super important, especially with the drop kick. Just pretty much tying the game 0% apiece. Now first blood onto the second stock. Going to be done by the Kragg.
Oh my god, the movement! He's moving! Ooh. Now, if you're Ben L, you gotta be careful here, because one, this Fleet is looking scarier by the moment, and two, we're on the cusp of a very big upset going in the rest of the bracket, so you definitely gotta be careful here. Oh, okay. Ooh, you're fine. Definitely don't want to recover too much against Kragg. But now, Ben L looking a little fed up, saying, okay, you know what, I've got my rocks, I got my down specials, I'm definitely trying to keep this Fleet out, feeling himself a little too much, and definitely overextending a little bit with that forward strong.
Drop kicks, looking for them one more time. The tornado is actually going to maintain them on the right side of the pillars. They continue to put on some sort of aggressiveness, but the drop kick is going to be enough one more time and actually caught Fleet slipping.
Might have spoke a little too soon, because now Ben L putting Fleet possibly the final stock of winner's side. The aggression coming out again. The tried and true forward airs coming out, keeping this Fleet at bay. And now we're seeing Seelder trying to approach here again. I'm loving the movement between the rock walls, saying, you know what, hey, this is your hometown, but I still own the air, buddy. And I'm using these platforms to the absolute umpteenth percent. Catching the air dodge. Oh, that might just be it. Never mind, saving that jump. Really good patience there from Ben L, but still the forward air trade. Oh my god! Kakasol, is that you?
Maybe going for the nair that time could have been a KO, but nevertheless, it's still 139%. And now back airs this time by the Kragg. This puts a rock pillar right on the stage. Now side B is trying to get that tornado in one more time. Looking for the down airs. Not quite be able to do it. Using the resources, and now the nair is going to be enough. This is a one-stock situation, Momo.
That might be the best fleet stock I've ever seen. That was phenomenal. Definitely still back in this game, but you gotta force like, no way! Oh my god. Yo, Ben, relax. You can't scare me like that.
Okay.
That was a little keeping us on our toes. The edge of my seat right now. Ben L still in the lead here, though. Up 70%. But, you know, just looking at that opening, Seelder playing patiently here, not going to overextend in the last stock scenario. There comes the pillar! Downstroke still not going to take it, and Ben L just waiting patiently for this fleet to approach, and just on the cusp, only one hit away from taking this whole game! Oh my god.
It's crazy. Oh! Actually going for it one more time with the down B, trying to set him up on the aerial side. Now the rock cubes coming out, projectiles galore. Trying to go for the nair that time, but actually manages to hit it first rather than the Kragg. Down throw for the tech mix-up. Actually managing to get away!
Oh,
yeah, I saw it. As soon as he hit that tower spot, back air onto that fair, on specifically rock wall. Yeah, it was good. It was not gonna be. It was not gonna be easy to actually, DI that.
And a little bit of a heartbreaker there, but it was all very close to an upset. Congratulations to Seelder bringing that very close, but Ben L locking in there towards the end, and just keeping your head on your shoulders, staying close to that confident game plan, saying, "Okay, I've got my rock tosses, I've got my pillar shenanigans. I just need to avoid the shenanigans off stage, because I know last time I did that, it was a big mistake. Giving it on stage, however, because if I fall off the pillar, it's okay. I'll just fall into the platform. It's okay. I'm in stun for like, 2 seconds? That's okay. That happened. And I have my rock tosses again to keeping